Hello again everybody, it's Whitecap217 here. Thank you for visiting my channel again. I would ask you now, although I'm a very low-tech kind of person, I'd ask if you could please like and share this. More share it than anything, but I do believe that I understand that if you click on like or dislike, I'm not sure about the dislike, but if you click on like, it does get shared a bit more. And I'm not doing this for the money, I'm not doing this for any fame or anything like that. I'm doing this as an educational tool to help enlighten everyone about what's going on behind people's backs. Today I'd like to discuss with you a familiar topic to some people. It involves X Factor. Okay, the screenshot you're looking at there is X Factor. I think it was October last year, so that's 2015, and it was I think they called it the Transformation Show. That's what Simon Cowell kept calling it. 3 times he called it the Transformation, where it's all about transformation this week. Okay, now some of you may know, a lot of you will, a hell of a lot of you won't know that we are controlled by unseen forces. I say unseen. The people that do know who control us. The people that don't have no idea what's going on. And indeed they call you people sheeple because you're just following it behind. Now I'm trying to expose this. I'm trying to give you pointers to go and research yourself. You don't have to believe me or others, just get out there and look. But it's important that you do, because if you don't, as I say, you don't have to believe us, but you need to look, because you need to make your own mind up. So I'm just going to show this to give you some pointers. I watched this show by accident, would you believe? I don't like shows like this, but I watched this show by accident. And this show particularly is quite wicked in nature, okay? On this show, they were actually performing a live satanic ritual. And I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, this is stupid, that's ridiculous, blah, blah. Okay. Let's see what you think after this and when you've gone and researched it. Look at this triangle here, and look at this checkerboard, but particularly pay attention to the triangle for the moment, please. Triangles are used a lot in symbolism, in esoteric meaning. They have been for many, many years. And fundamentally, all goes back to ancient Egypt and secret societies and what have you. Okay, there's various reasons for this, which I can't go into in this video because it just take too long. But it's all over the YouTube. People are exposing it all over the place. Okay, so people like Simon Cowell and the producers and all the rest of them, they like to throw these triangles in a lot. You'll notice triangles are a big thing. Checkerboard's a big thing as well. That's another show. Okay, that's another film I'll do. And what I want to do this time is show you something quite amazing, if you bear with me. I looked at this, and because I've learnt this language and because I understand how they work and how devious they are, I want to show you what's going on here. Okay, so I took some screenshots when I realised what was going on, and I took this one. You might want to screenshot this yourself to have a good look at it. Can you see anything unusual in it? Anything at all? Okay, just some contestants on a screen, on a stage. Screenshot. There's an X in the middle there. There's black and white lines on the floor. There's a few lights kicking around. Nothing much there, is there really? Okay. I want to come back to that picture again in a minute. But first I'm going to show you this. Here's another triangle, the all-seeing eye. This letter G, this and the all-seeing eye above it, this symbolises the Scottish Freemasonry, for want of a more common term. Freemasonry is an occult society. It's a satanic society. It's based on teachings from ancient Babylon and Israel. It encompasses many people. There's usually one of these in every major town in the UK, certainly every city, and they're all around the world. They're not just limited to here. Most of their members think they're quite innocent, but when you start getting higher up, people are told more about what they're worshipping. For example, when they first join, they're told that this means God. It does not mean God. But the junior members are told it does. Okay. So please note the triangle. Okay, this is meant to be the sun around here. And the eye. Okay, for now. You have to bear these things in mind, because it's learning a new language. If anybody's in doubt whether it's a religion, that's theirs. That's a photo. That's a photograph from one of their placards in the US outside one of their temples. Okay, what is a temple? What is a temple? A temple is somewhere where you go to worship a religion. Okay, this is a religion. It's not a men's club as such. It's a religion. Make sure you understand that, please. What's this got to do with X Factor? I'm getting there. So these are some of the members. Okay, the all-seeing eye, the G. Okay, all this is esoteric. It all has special meaning. Okay, you can look it up. You don't have to believe me. But I'm interested in X Factor. I hear you say. I want to know what's this? It's Simon Cowell. Yep, Simon Cowell. Okay, notice his moniker there on the front of his jet ski. What does it say? You've got the G. You got the set square again. Okay. Oh, just coincidental, I think. Possibly. Except that he is actually a Freemason. If you look it up, you'll find out he is. Everybody thinks this means peace. It doesn't. You need to look it up. Go on the internet, type in peace sign occult. See what comes up. The meaning of this is way, way older than what people think it is. Way older. Okay? There's the esoteric and there's the exoteric. They have two different kinds of languages. One that they show to the public, which is the exoteric. One that they use between themselves. If anybody questions that is not a member, they will tell them one story. They will give them the exoteric meaning, as in, this means peace. But for the members, it means hail Satan. It also means duality. But that's getting a bit too complicated for now. Next. Getting back to this screenshot. Let's have a look what we've got. Now I'm just going to ask you for the moment. I'm going to show you something first, before I show you that one. I'm going to show you this. This is a black and white image that I blew up of the altar that they used on the evening. Okay? Now, what you're looking at now is the bottom of the altar. Okay, you're looking at the bottom. You're looking at something you don't really understand and you can't really see. Okay, I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to prove it to you. I'll try to prove it to you. This here is a pyramid. Okay, can you see? It's a pyramid. So you've got the pyramid in there. The X, okay, which is X factor, also means, and there it is, X factor, also stands in the occult, or if you like Satan speak, the Antichrist. And then I'm going to go up a bit higher. You see anything? Anything at all? Perhaps this might help. I'm going to pull back just a little bit, guys. You see that? I have not doctored this image in any way. All I've done is drop out some colour and highlight the black and white. That's all I've done. Just like the number 666 that they put in our, that they rub in our faces, and all the other subliminal messages that rub into our faces. That is what this is. What you're looking at there on top is a creature called a Bafomet. It is in fact Satan. Okay, historically known as Satan. The guy down below is Alister Crowley. Alister Crowley was a 33rd degree Mason. He was a self-confessed Satanist. There's loads on the internet about him. He was a paedophile, which is something Freemasonry, shall we say, doesn't mind. Okay, they get up to some despicable stuff. Another related organisation to Freemasonry is 322 Skull and Bones in the US, of which the presidents are members. A lot of them. So, that's a big statement for me to make there. don't believe me, go and check it out. Okay, I don't ask you to believe me. I would like you to click the subscribe button, because I keep putting these on. I do want this shown because it has a huge impact into everybody's life, more than most people will ever know. They need to, because you only get one life on this earth. You don't want it being controlled by a bunch of Satanists. Right, I'm going to show you something else. Now, this is Bafomet. Okay? Look him up on Wiki if you like. Pardon me, I've got a cold. Okay, there you go. He explains what he is, what he's all about. It's the devil. Okay, so why would they have it on X Factor? It's because X Factor is all about indulgence. It's all about trying to get you to think about yourself and what you want in this world. It's trying to make you want what you want and turn you away from Christianity. And they've been doing it for centuries. They've been doing it since Babylonian times, which is where this religion developed. It's one of the reasons why Jesus Christ came to earth, to tell us, to warn us. And he did. If you read your scripture, all this is in there, telling you all about it. But people don't read the Bible. Why is that? It's not cool. Why is it not cool? Because we watch telly and we're told it's not cool. And it's not exciting. They don't want you to read the Bible. They don't want you to understand it. What they want you to do is to watch your telly and basically do this. Okay? Just do that. Turn off your mind. If you turn off your mind, you won't do what God's asked you to do. And you think, well, so what? Well, I don't want to be blunt, but I've got to be, because the hour's late. The Bible tells us that in the last years before Jesus comes back, and when Jesus does come back, by the way, he doesn't come back with a lamb under his arm saying they're there. He comes back with a sword, and he comes back to destroy. Okay, it's the end of days. You don't believe me? Read any Christian Bible will tell you that in the book of Revelation. It's as clear as bell. So they want you asleep when this happens. They want you absolutely asleep to your God. They want you asleep to Jesus. They want you involved in watching game shows and what you can buy next and how many TVs. Self-idolatry. They want you wrapped up in yourself. They love it. They want you wrapped up in their self. And while you're spending money, you're paying for their underground shelters because they know what's coming. And it's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon. Okay? We haven't got long. Get on YouTube, do some research. There's a lot of good pastors on there that are putting information on which will help you to understand exactly where we are in a timeline. There's never been a time like this in the history of the earth. Never. Never, ever, ever. And they want you to be completely switched off to this. So they will put stuff on TV and they will pay people loads of money. They'll pay celebs loads of money to keep you entertained, to lie to you, to dumb you down, to take you out of your normal state and put you into an alpha state of sleep through flicker rates on TV, through subliminal messages coming through adverts. You don't believe me? Research it, my friends. This is no joke. Your very soul. Okay? The Bible tells us very clearly. Jesus told us. We are in this world. We are not of this world. This is not it, my friends. This is not it. This is not the end. This life is not the end. This is a blink of an eye. But it's a test. It's a test to see who is going to do what he asks. Okay? Who is going to do what he asks? Everybody's so wrapped up in the world. Everybody's so wrapped up with Mr. Cowell and his money and what you can do if you become famous and all the rest of it. It's just a sideline. They're trying to get you to stay asleep. They're just trying to get you to go back to sleep. Stay asleep. Be asleep. buy more, spend more, get a better job. Okay? You will be astonished at the stuff you will see when you look into this. If you're a Christian, and you're a lukewarm Christian, you know better. You're no better off. You're in trouble. I'm going to ask you a simple question now. I'm going to ask you a simple question. We've all heard of the Ten Commandments. Even if you're not a Christian, you probably know what the Ten Commandments are. One of those 10 commandments is, honour my Sabbath and keep it holy. So if I said to most people, okay, could you tell me when the Christian Sabbath is? What day would you answer? What day would you answer? Think about it. It shouldn't take much thinking about. Yeah. Sunday? Is that right? Okay. Sunday was actually created by the Romans. It's not Christian, it's pagan. This is the sun. Sunday. They used to worship a sun god. Okay? Whether you call it Bafomet, or the sun, or Nimrod, or Bel, or Baal, or the devil, they're all the same. All the same. They're just different names for the same evil wickedness. Satan doesn't care who you worship as long as you don't worship Jesus Christ. So back to the Sabbath. Is it Sunday? No. At least 4 places in the Holy Bible it tells us it's Saturday. Well, it's actually Friday at sunset till Saturday at sunset. What? I hear you say? No, don't be silly. Sunday. Everybody worships Sunday. Why? Because you're told to. Because you're born into this world and you're told that Sunday is God's day. Do you care about it? Probably not. Do you honour Sunday? Probably not. But the 10 Commandments is a little bit special because the 10 Commandments say if you don't honour that day and keep it holy, something horrible happens to you when you die. I'm not going to go into that. We all know what that's probably about. So, how many people here are honouring a Saturday Sabbath? Well, this show's not about the Saturday Sabbath because Christians have their own arguments about that. But I'm trying to use this as an example to say to you that most of you will have said Sunday. Okay? You'll have said Sunday, won't you? Most of you. The ones that don't, that's unusual. The ones that will have said Friday night, Saturday night. But you can open up the Bible, or you can go online and Google it, what is the Christian Sabbath? And you will find out it is Friday night to Saturday. But nobody knows. Because the powers that are in control of this world don't want you to be a Christian. Who do you think controls this media? Who do you think controls all this? These people behind the scenes. These and other organisations like them. Okay? They are Satanists. They've been controlling this planet for a long, long time. Notice the G. Look at this minion here. You know what they're doing with this? Okay? This is the Eye of Horus. It's designed that way. This is the G in the Masonic temple, in the symbol. They feed this stuff to us like, I don't know, spoon feeding it constantly to us. Okay. And they do it in such a way that we go completely brain dead and turn off your mind. Even the guy's name, Minion, that's what he's calling you. That's what they're calling you. The elitists of this world, notice I said elitists. Now, they use umbrella things like, let's say, the Illuminati. And people go, oh, Illuminati, they're a load of rubbish. Well, who told you it was rubbish? The media did. Who controls the media? They do. The Masons. Everything you see and hear. Everything you see and hear. Start researching this, because we are all living in a matrix. The only difference is, some of us are asleep, and some of us are awake or waking up. They use esoteric languages, such as this one, to to encode things so that you can't see them. Okay? They encode and indoctrinate. Guys, take a look at this. Okay? Alister Crowley. It's the guy in the picture that I showed you earlier. Look whose t-shirt it's on. They rub it in your face. Now they've got big, big plans. And I'm asking you this. Go away and research. Don't believe what I tell you. In fact, I prefer it if you didn't. But I would prefer if you go and research. Okay? Prove me wrong. Please. Don't just say I'm wrong if you think I am. Prove me wrong. That's my challenge to you. Go and research it. Do your research. And prove me wrong. That's what I'm asking. Next. Beatles album cover. Alister Crowley. Why is he on there? Why is he on there? For the same reason that the Beatles are showing the 3-6 sign on the left and the Mana Corunto, which is the horns. These are signs that only the elites know, that only Satanists know, signify allegiance to Satan. It's a hidden language. It's huge. I can't show you it all, it's so huge. It would take months and months and months. So what I will do is I'll just throw this couple of last things in. Here we are. Do you recognise that, anyone? It's Beyonce in one of her adverts, covers, whatever. Now look. Pardon me. Take a look. Wait a minute, where are we? There we go. Try and get the best place for you. I'll put it over this one so you can actually see it better. They are signed up to an organisation that doesn't want to let them go. And if they do go, then you end up like Prince, or you end up like Michael Jackson when you try and tell you the truth. This is huge. They control all media. Therefore, anything you get told, like, oh, it's a conspiracy theorist. It's one of those nutcases. Well, who tells you that? They make jokes about it in films. And everybody goes, haha, it's funny. Yeah, it's really funny. Because they want you to laugh. They want you to dismiss it. If you dismiss it, they can carry on doing what they're doing. Understand? They can carry on doing it. Okay, so I'm going to say this to you. Please, guys, go and research. I'll leave a list of things for you to research to get you started in the descriptions box. Okay, but it's probably the biggest thing, and I'm not kidding you. If you believe in heaven and hell and you believe in Jesus or you don't, this will be the biggest thing you ever research. Because it's affecting things in your life that you don't even know about. And when you do, you're going to be completely shocked. As I say, it's just too big to tell you in one video. So I'm trying to break it down into little pieces. Not to try and tell you everything, but just to say to you, hey look, go and research this. Ask yourself why George Washington, okay, George Washington is, ask yourself why George Washington is displaying the same signals as Bafomet, or aka Satan. Ask yourself. So how long has it been going on? Well, a lot longer than that. We're talking 3,000 or 4,000 years. So when you're born into this world, and you've got no age, everything you are told by your parents and your schools, you are told and you believe. And you pass that on to your children. Why do you believe it? Because they tell you it's true, so you believe it. Your parents believe it's true. But the ones at the top know it's not true. And there are many things not true. They don't want you to know that the Bible is real. They don't want you to know that you are not here by accident. You did not come from a rock. You have a loving Father in heaven that wants you to come home. But you can't just be born on this earth and go straight back. He divides us into two. Not 6 or 10. Not some go to Buddha. 2. Okay, Satan created all the other ones through all these organisations through the centuries. Okay, you notice Satan only attacks, he only attacks Christianity. Why is that? Why is that? New Ageism, what people used to call tree huggers. A lot of them mean well. Gaia, they worship Gaia. Who's Gaia? Well, it seems like a really nice, kind of friendly kind of thing. Yeah, because Satan doesn't care if you worship Gaia. It's just a made-up thing that he created through his organisation on earth. But you worship Gaia, you don't worship Christ. And Christ says, if you are not with me, you are against me. So if you don't go back to the Father and you don't do what he asks you to do, he doesn't make you, he asks you. If you don't do that, there's only one other place to go. That's why they want you to worship televisions, they want you to buy new cars, and they stick 666s on Coke cans and on barcodes and all the rest of it. You know? Let me just show you what I mean. I'm just going to demonstrate what I mean. This is completely random, so you'll have to just bear with me, please. Here we go. Here we are. Let me get the barcode off this. Oh, there we are. Okay. Now this one hasn't got a 6 on it at all. Or has it? You notice the 2 bars at the very end here, and the 2 bars in the middle, and the 2 bars there, they haven't got a number assigned to them. There's no number assigned to them. And as you can see, those 2 bars don't match any. You see how they're a certain distance apart and a certain thickness, but they don't match any of the other bars. That's because there's no other 6 in this string. If there was a 6, say there, then you'd see these 2 bars there. Check it out. Go and look at anything you've got, and you will find there's 2 in there and 2 down here. That corresponds, those 2 slim bars are the number 6 in the sequence, of which there are no 6s in this middle bit, apart from this hidden one. Please go and look. You want to know what the mark of the beast is? I've just shown it to you. Look at my other video to explain what the mark of the beast is and how it affects us in our life and how it will come to affect us in the last years on earth, or the last days on earth. Depends on where we are, but we are close. All the New World Order need to do is create and give it this last push. World War III is nearly here, and they've got big plans for you. Okay, check out my other videos, folks. I'm sorry to be a bit stern on this one, but we really need to wake up as a people. It's time to stop messing about, fighting each other and looking at YouTube clips and oh, I don't know. You need to wake up. This is not me telling you, oh, look at this, how interesting it is. It's me telling you this is an educational video. You need to look at this, please. I'm a Christian. I care about everybody. Not just Christians, I care about everybody. I want everybody to go home. Okay? And there's a lot of people like me that want people to go home to the Father. He loves you, but if you don't turn to him, he can't take you back. It's as simple as that. Okay. Thank you for listening. Even if you don't like it, click dislike and say so in the comments. Do something, but please say something. Don't just leave it blank, I'm asking you. People need to be aware of this. God bless you guys. Okay? In Jesus' name. Bye for now.